Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Feed the Beast. This is going to be an extra special episode in the fact that it's going to be about an hour long at least. I know I did an hour long special like 3 episodes ago for the boss hunting thing. However, that was a bit different because it was multiplayer and it was all cut together. This episode is going to be nice and long because unfortunately it's going to be the last of the daily uploaded Feed the Beast. So now Feed the Beast is going to be uploaded every other day. This allows me to make, I think, better episodes, because then I don't have to rush through stuff as much. I can think it out more and do prep off camera to make more interesting episodes. So to make up for the fact that it's now going to be an every other day, I'm switching Sunburn Islands, the Super Hostile series of me and Evilite, who is online right now, to an everyday upload because we have a bunch of those and I kind of want to get through that as quickly as I can get them uploaded. Or as I can release them, because I upload them way in advance and then use a scheduled release thing. But I have a bunch of those just sitting around taking up space on my hard drive that I need to upload, and then that will be released. So I'm going to change that to an everyday thing starting tomorrow of the day that this video is released, which should be 2 days after I record it. And the Command and Conquer will still be every other day as well, so it's actually going to become alternating between Feed the Beast and Command and Conquer, and then the everyday will be the Super Hostile. So to have a last hurrah of every day, we're going to do a very long episode, and I have a bunch of things I've been meaning to work on that always just kind of get pushed to the side. I like watch YouTube videos, listen to music, jump around, start a new project, and so I have a bunch of things that I kind of want to do that we might at least work on a little bit this episode. No promises. It'll just kind of go however my brain thinks it should go. So one thing I started doing is I started going around and hitting beehives with my Vajra, and that gives you a honeycomb of sorts, some type of comb, and then like a drone and a princess, and depending on which beehive you hit and what biome, you'll get different types. And from that I made an apiarius chest. So apiar, if you get 5 of any kind of comb, but with a chest and glass, you'll get the apiarius chest, which only holds bees, but it holds a lot of them. Which is nice. You can actually like sort it or something. What's that? I wonder what that exclamation point is. Oh, I guess I've discovered these now. Okay. So it also kind of keeps track of what you've done. I've done very minimal just to kind of see how breeding works. Is coming into it, I had no idea. So here's what I've learned. You need apiaries. You can either get them with a silk touch from villages. The beekeeper villager will have them. You can trade with the beekeeper villager, and you can get her for emeralds, or you can make one. I don't know the exact apiary. So you get impregnated casing, which it won't let me see. I don't really know how to make that. A lot of recipes aren't showing up in NEI, and it's kind of bugging me because it's just annoying to make stuff because I have to actually go check the wikis. I probably updated stuff wrong and just didn't use the right version of plugins and stuff. Some mods have like NEI plugins embedded in them, and then some don't. And you have to like get an external like mod jar file basically, and that's kind of annoying. So basically, you need apiaries, and then you're gonna need lots and lots of bees to start breeding with. So my suggestion is to get meadows, princesses, and jungle or tropical. Yeah, I guess forest. Forest and meadows are the best because they use the the temperate climate with just mild humidity and whatever. When you put an apiary down, depending on where the biome it is, you'll get temperature and humidity. So in like jungle, the humidity is higher. In the desert, the temperature is hot and the humidity is arid. And different types of bees will only be able to do stuff in the different climates. But if you're just in a regular forest, not like jungle, ocean, plains, meadows, whatever, you'll probably want the meadows and tropical, or what did I say, forest. The meadows and forest, because those are the basically just the temperate stuff. So what you do, I'll do a little demonstration here. Let's take a forest drone, and I should have another meadows princess somewhere. So you get the princesses and the drones from the hives that you break, and you put the princess on top and you put the drone on the bottom, and you'll see these are going to breed together and they'll give you a queen of whatever the princess is. So now you have a meadows queen. Now queens, they will make this buzzing thing, you can see the red particles that are really tiny. They will give off that, and they'll slowly lose their health, you can see here. I think if you have frames in there, that's the only way you can get honey. I have frames in here, and you can see I got honey. I don't know if you'll get honey if you don't have frames. You might. Who knows? But the thing about queens is once they die, they will leave some offspring. And the offspring is dependent on what you bred to get that queen. So the most common thing is commons. And that's the first non-hive bee you're going to get. So everything that's from a hive is kind of generally referred to as mundane because they're mundane. You can find them everywhere. They're infinite. You just keep generating terrain and you'll find more and more and more. So if you just take two mundane bees, in this case it was the meadows and the forest, meadows princess and the forest drone got me the meadows queen. And then this is actually a different one. As you can see, it's less health left, otherwise it wouldn't give those. And when it died, it gave me a common drone, a common princess, and a meadows drone. And now if I take the common princess and breed it with other things, it'll give me even new strains. So if you take just a mundane bee like the forest or meadows and you put it with a common, you'll get a cultivated. And then if you take a common and a cultivated, you'll get a noble. And a noble and a cultivated, you'll get a majestic. And then a majestic and a noble, you'll get imperial. And basically that like last two or three are the kind of the building grounds for all of the other ones. The like imperial, diligent, unweary, and industrious are kind of the last, the bases for then the extra bees, which are cool because you can get a lot of stuff. One thing I want to do is if you get a primeval with a modest, and I have modest princesses and stuff, you can get an oily bee, and that will actually give you oily combs, which can be centrifuged into, you guessed it, oil. And I think that would be cool to have my tanks at spawn be able to have oil in them, because otherwise I'd have to like find oil wells and pump it out and do lots of work transporting it. Whereas this, I can just have my bees and they will make it for me. You can see I also got a scoop. Scoop is for breaking hives. The regular hives will break with just a Vajra. If you try to pickaxe them, it won't give you anything, so don't try to. You make a scoop. It's like 7 sticks and a wool. It's not very expensive, and you just break it like a normal block, and it will give you the bees. But the extra extra bees, bees like the nether bees and marbly bees, you need to break with a scoop, which is why I have one. And so now that we have this honey, you can actually centrifuge it, and that's what I want to make right now. Which is 30 casing, which is 8 bronze, and then glass and copper. So I have the bases of that set up. And well, copper. So now we have a centrifuge. Another thing we're going to be doing, actually probably like right now, is working on our second layer, which is going to be our machine floor workshop area. So the plan is to have IC2 machines, so like macerators along the bottom, furnaces across the top, and then like industrial centrifuges, industrial electrolyzers, extractors, compressors, or something like that. Over here will be everything that requires MJs, probably all the beekeeping stuff too, because all those really require MJs. There's tons of bee machines, which are really cool, that we'll get into at some point, maybe even today, if I decide to make them. But like thermionic fabricators, carpenter, I made a beealyzer, which is very, very helpful in beekeeping. It's a diamond, redstone, tin, glass panes. We don't need to see that anymore. But you put the bees inside of it, and you need to give it honey drops, so supply bee and provide honey, or honeydew as pacifier. So to be able to see what is happening, you need to give it honey or honeydew. And to get honey or honeydew, you need to centrifuge honeycombs. So let's put this down, and we put that in there. And I guess for now, we can just take this. Come here, you. That's not how I want you to face, and I don't have my wrench. What I want to do here is move the Thaumcraft stuff. You can see that there's oh, come on, get up the hole. There's wires sticking out of the walls there. What I've done is I've taken the output from this, from actually really IDSU, converted it down to HV, and then there's these HV carrying glass fiber cables. That's what they're called. I want to say HV cable, but they're not HV cable. So there's these glass fiber cables that come down these two sides. I need to find a way to route this somehow. Might go up into the thing. I might put another layer on the ceiling to hide this wire. I might not, and to hide most of this pipe tube here. And then it goes down, and it runs down, and it actually goes outside, and then as long as it's running down more, it runs over to this point, and then across to the other opposite side from that point. Whoops. So all four like points of the circle, flat ends of the circle in the center, now have HV cable hookups, or HV current hookups. I might convert it down to MV because I don't really need HV for very much. Although I guess it's better to have it and not need it than to not have it when I need it for like one random machine that needs HV, and it's like, oh well, now I have to upconvert and it's not efficient. So I think I'll keep it as HV and then just convert it down to MV when I need it. And so what I want to do is I want to have electrical engines here, going into what are they, redstone conductive pipes, or just conductive pipes in general. You need like wooden conductive pipes to pull the energy out, and then I can send it along a line of machines, and it'll all be powered from the IDSU up there coming down here. But I don't want to just throw HV current into the electrical engines. I could not think of what they're called, even though I just said it like 5 minutes ago. But I don't want to throw the HV because that has a tendency to make things overheat really easily. So instead I'm going to convert it down to at least MV. I think MV should be good. And then put it into the electrical engines to then be drawn out from there into our variety of machines. So actually, let's go down to our matter fabricator. I did a lot of work on this, but it was like, it was literally just a place. Does this work? It doesn't work? Okay, let's go make something else. I basically upgraded it all to red power pneumatic tubes, so it runs a lot more efficiently, more stably, and I also added 10 more igneous extruders. So now we have like 20 on this, no, 10 on this side, plus this one here, that all feed up into relays. And what relays do is they act like an inventory, a valid inventory, so like a chest, so that machines can output to them, and then they throw it out into pneumatic tubes that are attached to them. So what these are all doing is they're basically throwing it into this chest. There's a restriction pipe here, but I haven't ever seen it go past. What the restriction tube is supposed to do is it's supposed to act like something that's 5,000 blocks long, and Red Power pneumatic tubes are smart in the sense that they will take the shortest route to an available inventory or open slot. So I was thinking, hey, they're going to automatically go into this chest, and when this chest is full, which it constantly is, it will go out and go into the ender chest to be thrown out into my recyclers. However, it's finding that this relay has an open slot almost always, because it can just throw out a stack as quickly as it takes in a stack. So it kind of does this loop thing, but it's fine. It kind of keeps a lot of load off this. I've tried to upgrade. Hey, look, they got cobblestone in them. I've tried doing in creative ways to make the electrical engines run better, to pull stuff out of these auto crafting tables, and there really isn't a way to make them constantly work without overheating and be faster than they are now. Right now they're taking the HV current from the MFSU at 512 EU per tick, and so you'll see this thing will spike up, because the way MFSUs work is they only give out 512 EU per tick. They will never give out less. That's what I've heard, and that's what seems to be the general consensus. So it's not going to like output the constant stuff that it needs. It's just going to spike up and then slowly drain down, and they're like, okay, I can take another 512, so give it to me. But that stops it from ever running at max efficiency. You can see they're yellow instead of like the red. Not the overheat red, but like, actually it's like orange, I think. Is there like their maximum efficiency? And I've tried putting like circuit boards in here, which you can use to bump up the amount of current it'll take in. So it would take in more current, put out more stuff, but it would take in more current faster. Basically, it would get a quicker pulse because it was requiring more. And all that did was make it overheat really quickly, which would then make it shut down, and then you'd actually lose efficiency in the long run. What I'm probably going to end up doing, which I think should work, is I have to move these MFSUs like down one or two, and then add MV transformers on them, and then throw the current into from the MV transformers, and I think that should be much better in terms of efficiency and not heating and getting items out, because right now the choke point of this entire operation is now these electrical engines. And unless I can find a better way to do it, I can't really use pneumatic tubes and Red Power stuff, because auto crafting tables really just don't work with them. To my knowledge anyway. If there's anyone that knows a way to get stuff out of an auto crafting table with Red Power pipes, that'd be great. Because really the only way they can do it is with Buildcraft right now anyways. And so it goes up and then goes in the ender chest. I wanted any excess cobble just to go straight into this ender chest, which then is now attached to a filter, which pulses with this every 0.2 seconds, and then throws out the slabs into the recyclers. It prioritizes this closest one just because it's the shortest distance to travel, and then it will spread to the outer ones. And I did a ton of work electrolyzing stuff and just making tons and tons of stuff, and you'll see in the upgrades the results of that. So I now have 14 overclockers on this, 2 transformer upgrades, and 4 energy storage upgrades. The 4 energy storage upgrades allow it to store like 100,000 each upgrade, so it can store like 400,000 in its internal energy supply. It can take HV, which is why I removed that whole line of, it was like MV transformers to LV transformers to bat boxes to the recyclers. Basically it runs really, really fast, and it requires a lot of energy, which is why I have both the energy storage upgrades, so it has enough to even do one operation, and also the transformer upgrades, just so I can hook it straight up to the MFSUs and not have to worry about it running out of power. But you can see it's insanely quick. You might be wondering, I have 8 overclockers, I built some more, why I don't have 16 in here. It's weird. The default GregTech settings are that you only can have 4 upgrades to a stack. And so it like doesn't like to put more than 4 in a stack, but I changed it to 8 because I felt 8 was good. It used to be unlimited. You could just put up to 64. And that was kind of cheap and not really worth it once you're past like 20 something up overclockers. But I felt 4 was way too little. So I changed it to 8, and if you put all 16 in, it like doesn't accept it. Like it just doesn't think it has any overclockers in it, and it goes down back to being really, really slow. So in my experience, I've found that 14 actually makes it go the fastest. So this one has 12. The ones next to it have 12, and then I think just 8 and 8. Or no, actually, that has 12. Why does that have 12? 8. 8. Okay, well this one just has extra ones for no reason. But I really don't need these. Because as you can see, really only these main 3 are ever used. The outer 2 on each side are rarely used, just because there's just not enough stuff coming in. It's not like the ender chest is really, it's full, but it's weird. It's a weird full because it's only full because the filter doesn't know how to do stuff. It can definitely suck out as much as it's getting put in. It just doesn't know that it can. So basically it checks the first slot, and that's the only thing it checks, because it only pull 1 stack at a time. However, the thing is that there's so many half slabs coming in that it is like constantly just pulling out like 6 at a time. You can see like it's at 6 and it just disappears. So it's not utilizing its max capacity. So if you do this, it'll easily be able to handle it. It's not like it can't pull it out fast enough. It just doesn't know that it should be taking stuff from not the first slot, because stuff is constantly coming into the first slot. I don't know if there's a really good way to change this. You could almost add a chest and a filter up there that will only pulse like every so often, and it'll throw like 4 stacks at a time into this, and then that 4 stacks is all thrown out. I don't really know. Actually, the filter would just have the same problem up there too. I need something that can like throw an entire inventory at a time. I don't know. And then delay so that it has time to clear it all out without just checking the first slot. So you can see like if anything comes in here, it like doesn't know that it comes in here, and very rarely, like right there, it would have taken the next slot. So it can handle as much stuff as it can come in. It just doesn't really do it unless you're watching it, and then it'll do it very slowly over time. But the recyclers can definitely handle it, and then all the scrap gets routed out into the same thing. Still have buildcraft pipes here, just because it's really not that much of a point. The electric engine can handle just pulling out the scrap. It's not like it's clogging up there. And it still goes into this. And actually, now the issue is I rarely have a full matter fabricator full of power, because I'm creating so much more scrap because I put 10 more igneous extruders in there. But then it gets pulled out by a filter again into this flashing redstone pneumatic tube, which is hooked up to this one timer. I want to do one timer because timers just create unnecessary lag. So if I have everything that's going to be pulling stuff out attached to one, it'd be nice. And it sends the signal all through this tube to this filter. So this filter is on the same timer as all these filters. Then it sends it up. It'll go to this barrel first because it's the closest thing, and then if it barrel's full, it will go up to this diamond chest where it then gets turned into emeralds and pumped back out. This will be used for beacons eventually. But like I said, our issue now is not having enough power, and sometimes I'll come down here and there's scrap popping out because it's full on scrap and has no power. I think the mechanics for lightning strikes frequencies got nerfed a little bit. So I think I'm going to have to add at least 1 or 2 more lightning rods and hook them up to the matter fabricator. I really just need to optimize this setup because this entire thing is completely unnecessary. I also kind of want this to be feeding into my matter fabricator if it's full, but you can't really, there's no settings. Like on MFSU, you can have it output a redstone signal if it's full. so that you can be like, oh, okay, now you can do stuff, or turn off power generation thing. But this does not have that. But it is very big and goes across dimensions, so I guess I can't complain. See, there's scrap there, which means the matter fabricator ran out of power while there's still scrap coming in. So it just kind of pops out and goes onto the ground. But I don't really care. Scrap's not that valuable. Actually, it's not valuable at all. Anyway, what I came here for was my wrench. I only have one electrical engine here. I thought I had at least two. Well, I guess we'll just go with one. I see all these were from the downstepping before, but we don't have that anymore, so they're just sitting in that chest. I guess I should really... Why did I not bring them with me? I'm going to need them to downstep the HV current in my walls now. So that'll be a good use for them. I don't even have to make them. Let's bring those two. Nope, wrong one. There we go. Alright, so we have these now. Let's install... Where's my electric wrench? Oh, I saw it for a brief second there. So we're going to take our MV transformer. We're going to plop it up there. We're going to make it face the right way. And then I built a lot of glass fiber cables because I knew I'd need them at some point. And diamonds are nothing to me now. I think we're going to have our array of electrical engines like here and then pointing down into our, what's it called, conductive pipe, whatever. Pipe. Yeah, conductive pipe. So there's wooden conductive pipe which will pull the power out of the engines, and then you can have stone conductive pipe and golden conductive pipe to transfer it over to stuff. So I have to move all the Stormcraft stuff, which shouldn't be that big of a deal. And then have the engines here pointing down into the pipes, and then have the wall of machines, I guess right there. No, I should have a wall of machines here, and then have another one on top of the pipes as well. That way I can actually get a benefit out of having the pipes at all. So let's do that. Let's just use another brick. Fill up this water. I don't know how you're supposed to really dismantle Stormcraft stuff. I've never done it before. Hopefully I don't break anything. Let's put... Yeah. I don't need that in my inventory. Yeah, okay. Oh, I guess I had glass in there. So glass, arcane work table, still the same. Does this come as one thing? Doesn't look like it came. Look like it came as two tables and then scribing tools again. Oh, one table and the scribing tool. Well, that's lame. I lost another table there. Cause I was. Oh, I didn't. Okay. Dang it. Oh, okay, good. Whenever I do that, normally water comes pouring in. But luckily there was glass there. So, can't give me this time water. I don't know what happened. How did I get our great wood logs out of that? Does that even make it? I forget how to make it. It's been like 2 episodes and I forgot how to make that thing. Oh well. So here's at least one electrical engine. We want you pointing down though. Right, we can't actually do that. Let's make some wooden conductive pipe. So you just need wooden transport pipe and redstone. You know where I have wooden or wounded pipe? It's back in my matter fabricator because I used to use a lot of that. At least I think I do. Look at that. Back to our home. And then we need some redstone to make them conductive. 5, 6, 7, 8. And hopefully this entire thing will have enough power to run like every single machine at once. It should. Electrical engines are pretty good. If there still isn't, oh, I grabbed 7 instead of 8. If there still isn't enough power, I can always put upgrade circuit boards into the electrical engines. It just requires thermionic fabricator and the carpenter, which is why I actually had this set up. Because I was planning on making some, and then I tested the stuff in creative for the matter fabricator, and it just didn't. It just overheated instead of really being effective. I have some stone pipe up here, as far as I remember. Obsidian, stone. Let's use the cobblestone because I have more of it. And then let's grab some more redstone. Put those together, and baby, you got a stew going. Is that not how you do this? Guess you can't use cobblestone. Okay, never mind. No cobblestone conductive pipe for me. That's new, I think. Maybe. I don't know. Probably not. I don't have any other stone, do I? I probably have some back here. Let's teleport again. Why not? It's not like it completely lags out the server for 2 seconds. It's bad when there's like 5 people on and everyone's teleporting around. It's just like, stop. Stop teleporting. I wish I'd never installed Mistcraft. No, you're just killing it, and you can just see the big lag spikes every time someone does. It's like, okay, who teleported? It's not really that bad, but it looks worse on the server log than it is. Now, I think, as far as I know, if you put too much current in these pipes without having a place to go, they will explode. So you don't want that. Obviously, unless you like explosions and destroying your machines. So I'm gonna need to have like a lever or something to control all of them, so I can turn them all on at the same time. I guess I don't have any places to put levers, do I? Because they don't go on this, and there's nothing. I mean, I guess you try to do it behind. Gonna have to figure that one out. For now, I'll just have like one engine and then just do it like that. But let's get rid of these. Whoops. Oh, well, didn't want that anyway. Awesome. Stupid Vajra. Or Vajra. I already forget the pronunciation of that as well. I think it's Vajra. Because it's like fudge. That's how I remembered it, I think. Possibly? Who knows? Anyways, I'm just going to have like one electrical engine right now and then just do this, I guess. Haha! Look at that. We got energy. It's doing stuff. So if it gets like all the way full up of blue, I think it's supposed to explode. So we're going to have the thermionic fabricator, the carpenter. Let's put the squeezer right here. Put some honeycomb in it. Squeeze it out. Sweet. We are squeezing. Thermionic fabricator. Boom. We got beeswax and honey drops. As far as I know, these are all broken in NEI. Oh, nope. We can make pipe waterproof. We can make a helmet cast. Chestplate cast. Oh, these are for the, that's for the apiarist clothings. I think. Shovel. You also make wax capsules, which are nice for transporting liquids. Torches. Wax cast. What can you just make with a wax cast? That was how to make it, not what you can make with it. No, okay, so just like the tools and the apiarist stuff. But what well, it's not what I want to do. So I want to go back up, get our bees, and examine them in the bee-analyzer. Okay, so that queen that was in there, which was Meadows Queen, just gave us Meadows Drones and Meadows Princesses, which is not all that exciting, but I mean, we can use them to breed again. So it's not like we lost all that much, but it would have been better if we had gotten commons, because commons are like the base of everything else. I also have nether bees embittered princesses and embittered drone. I don't know what they do. Let's see. There's this big long Google Docs thing showing what you need to breed together to get what, made by someone on the Feed the Beast subreddit, and it's really great. I'll probably link it in the description if I can remember. Remember this, link up the Google Docs. Okay, so it has like every single thing and how to get it, and then what it produces. So the embittered drone, embittered, malicious, volcanic. Where is embittered? Let's find it. Embittered. You can get angry, you can get furious, and you can get darkened. So basically the base of the nether bees, I guess. The angry bees are embittered and sinister, and then the furious are angry and embittered. So we have some nether bees. But what I wanted to do, oh, this one gave us forests, meadows princess, and meadows drone. So still no commons, but we have one, which we can use to, I think you can use the commons to get more commons if you do it right. If you get like a purebred common queen, you'll like always get like purebred princesses from her, and then you can combine those with like any drones and you'll just get more commons. I think that's how it works. Probably not, and I'll look back 2 episodes from now and be like, wow, I was an idiot. But let's find our common princess and use our Beealizer. Now that we have a honey drop. Okay, so species common, inactive. So there's basically all the bee breeding is Mendelian genetics. So there's recessive traits and dominant traits. So the dominant trait of this common princess is a common, and then the recessive is a meadow. So if I do get another meadows with the common, it'll turn back into a meadows, I think. Lifespan is shorter, speed slower, and then slowest is the recessive. Pollen is slowest with slower recessive. Flowers, you do need flowers, and then fertility, you'll get 2 times the drones, maybe. Area is a 9x6x9, and effector none. So what you can do with this is you want to get like really good bees that have long lifespans, that are really fast, that pollen fast. Flowers doesn't really make that much of a difference. You want really fertile bees, and you can do that if you just get a bunch of them, and you can like inbreed them to get different strains basically, and use genetics to your favor. So you can see it needs normal climates. Temperature tolerance is 0, I think, so it just needs 0 and it won't do anything. So it needs to be in the temperate stuff. It's not nocturnal, it's not a flyer, and it's not a cave. So it needs to be exposed to sunlight. It can't do it in rain, and it can't do it at night. So if I do throw it on the ground, not a part of your system. So if I do it right now, if I put a queen in there, it would be like can't work at night. And now it's raining, so it can't work doubly. Let's see if Evil can sleep again. Whew. A lag there as I was going over. But you can get bees that can do it underground, can do it in the rain, and can do it at night. And those are the bees that you want to breed with everything else, so that you can have like super bees that produce stuff constantly and really fast. So it's a very long process. I'm not going to really show much other than this episode. I might show progress every now and again, but not like, let's watch these bees breed. What do we get? Oh, we already got this. But I might show just, hey, we got this new species. This species does this. Hey, I got this awesome bee over here. Blah, blah, blah. But like I said, I want to get eventually the oily stuff so that we can get the fuel tanks under our, or in our spawn plot filled up. Okay. You there? He's probably AFK. He likes to just go AFK and play Pokemon. on his computer while being logged in. Sleep. Come on. But yeah, he likes to just go AFK, so sometimes he's not there, and it's annoying because I want to sleep and he's not there. So most of the time I'll just kick him. Be like, don't be AFK, I need to sleep. But I think, let's see, what else do I want to do this episode? There we go. Did I put that? No, I didn't. So I'm going to do the rest of the bee stuff mostly off camera. There is a lot of other bee machines. There is squeezers, which can be used multiple things in bee making and breeding. And then there's specific, let's see if I can do it. Also, these are grayed out. I feel like there's a way to, get these all not grayed out, and then some of the stuff would not be missing, but I don't know. So mod, no, come on. Where's extra bees? Extra bees? Extra bees? Guess not. Forestry. Forestry's completely changed. Oh, I guess it's all under here. Where are they? All the different types. Hives. You can get stained glass, which is kind of cool from beeswax and stuff. Kind of a cool building material. All the old farms are being discontinued eventually. They're still in the game, but they're like stop making them because now there's these multi-box farms, which you have to like make a circle or something. And I've heard everyone hates them. And I just, oh, okay. So you can get an analyzer, which is like the beelyzer, but in a machine form. Fermenters, stills, bottlers, those are all for biomass stuff, which I will be getting into because I'm going to want some for my spawn plot as well. But there's like a DNA extractor thing, which just like makes raw DNA or something. I don't really know how it works. And then you can, okay, so here's all the machines. Apiary's machine, I don't really know what that does. A climatizer, you can change the climate of the bees. So I can make like the meadows bees work in the desert, or the desert bees work in the winter tundra. Apiary's databank, I think, kind of works like the beelyzer, but it like stores the data. Indexer, I don't really know. Advanced genetic machine, I think, is what like takes the DNA. Like if you just have random bees that you don't want, you can like take their DNA and then like if you get enough of it, you can combine it into some new forms. Isolator, don't know. Replicator, I guess replicates. Oh, you might take like the DNA from the genetic machine and put it in the replicator and it'll replicate it. Purifier can remove some of the negative effects. There's like explosive bees that just cause random like lightning strikes around you. The ones that like poison you. There'll be ones that give you radiation poisoning, that will put ectoplasm down. Synthesizer, don't know. Inoculator, I think it has to do with one of the traits of the bees and makes them better. And so, lots of stuff you can do with beekeeping. I'm definitely going to enjoy delving into it as a side project more than anything. But I do want the oily bees eventually. Oh, zombie. Oh yeah, I guess there's not a torch there anymore. Oh, there's the torch that was there, I'm betting. Let's go over here. I need better lighting for all the levels. The first level is, it's alright. Man, these things are just so buggy. Of course, it won't bug out when I'm trying to, there we go. See? It's that. This is an everyday thing, which is annoying. It's just, it's awful. So I need to find a better way. I might use like the full block lamps and replace some of that. I don't know. I'll figure out something. Or I could use wrath lamps. I've been making wrath lamps. You can see I have in here some wrath igniters. And then over here I have my wrath furnace, which is just nether brick, and you ignite the middle. It's a 3x3. You ignite the middle and you put down entire iron blocks, and then you either mine them out, but half the time they'll go into that, so I use my portal gun, and I just portal gun them over here and then break them, and then you'll get 4 dark iron from that, which is then used for wrath lamps and other, that factorization that does that? I don't know what mod really does that. No, it must be dark iron. Okay, what can you do with it? I know it's using like, yeah, I think it might be factorization. Because I know it's using, no, I guess not. I thought it was using like some railcraft, traincraft stuff, but I think it's factorization that's the mod that adds that in. Anyways, irrelevant. Wrath lamps are kind of cool. They provide lots of light. I have some in my spawn, which, by the way, I've updated. You can tell there's a giant rainbow structure here that wasn't there before. At least I don't think I showed you that. I think I did that all off camera. I made it rainbows. Why? Because fuck you, that's why. I don't have a reason. It looks pretty. Rainbows. I'm not gay. I like rainbows. Deal with it. Up here is the XP farm, for now anyways. There'll probably be more spawners eventually when I get around to it. Right now, one wither skeleton spawner works fairly well. This is a simple piston pusher thing, but a lot of people seem to like not put stuff in the corners, and then things can just spawn there and sit there. So instead, on 2 of the sides, there's pistons in the corners that push them into the central one. So say I land right in this corner, it pushes me in and then out into this hole. Then vines, just in case like something spawns right here. Like say something spawned right there and then fell. We don't want it to die on the impact because it's going to leave all the wither skeletons with half a heart. Same with the vines on the side, because sometimes they spawn like way up in the air and they'll take like a half heart of damage just hitting the pressure plates. And so they fall down, and then there's melee turtles here, which will attack them and kill them for XP. Otherwise, you could turn the turtles off if for whatever reason you want to hit them with your hand, but it's not really necessary. So, there's a guy in there. I just put these wrath lamps in to solve this problem of things spawning in my wither cage, and they still spawn. I guess I'll have to add more on the bottom. Because it lights up here pretty... Really? Wow, I only had like 1 spider spawn in there earlier, and that's why I was like, oh, I should light this up, so I made 4 more wrath lamps. But you can see there's wrath lamps in the corners, and then there's wrath lamps over here, which provide light for like this entire wall, basically. Stop it. Come over here. Actually, I really don't care if you blow up my bed. You have no power here. You could not do anything. Don't even try. So I guess I need to add more wrath lamps. I guess I'll take out like directly under here, because the bottom is too thick as well as with all the walls, just so the wither doesn't glitch through. Replace the top one with warded glass, and then put the wrath lamp underneath it to protect it from any withers that we spawn in here. I did show you all this. I haven't done anything. There's another thing I want to do today. We're already at like 48 minutes. We could do that. Plans, I figured it out. How I want to do it. I just need to actually do it. Basically, it's going to be like 12 turtles, or 11, because there's a block in the middle that they would have to go around, and I'd rather just not have to deal with that and program it. Basically, I'm going to start over here, or actually start over here, and then go over here. There's a turtle suck command, and they'll just move forward, suck, move forward, suck, move forward, suck, turn around, move forward, suck, move forward, suck, move forward, suck. All the way back here, this wall will be ender chests, all the same color. Same with this thing, except for it'll go this way, probably, maybe, and the ender chest will be here. And then this one will all be ender chests, and they'll do it that way. And then all these ender chests are going to be the same, and it's going to link up to one ender chest like here, get pulled out and thrown out to barrels around the sides. I just haven't actually done it. I've thought about how to do it. I was initially going to have it like go into storage chests and then get pulled out like right here, but I'm like, wait, why would I pull it out of like 20 chests when they all can be the same chest? Dun dun dun. Ender chests, man, they're great. Super cheaty. I don't really care. The point of the game is to become overpowered and have everything automatic for you, so, I mean, why not do it? But everything here is still the same. The only new thing is obviously this XP farm. Works exactly like the other ones, and that touchscreen, except for it only has one button. You turn it on, it sends a signal up to that computer, which then we can see. I need to have like a sky exit because having to go down and then around and out is kind of annoying every time. But it turns on the spawner. They spawn, they get pushed down. Normally they're not tracking me, so they don't try to resist as much. They don't care about light level because they're tier 5. I had to add in this these extra 2 blocks because they were just kind of spawning outside and they just fall on the ceiling, and that was annoying. But the only spawn in here now, they spawn at a decent rate, and then go down and get sliced up by my turtles. I initially didn't have the turtles, that's why I had the drop trap. When I thought about it, hey, I don't need to punch these things, I can have my turtles do it for me because they still get XP. And so you do that. Turtles also suck up the items when they kill them, and I attempt to put them up here, but since this chest is full, it just throws them out the back. Kind of amusing. So you can see it tries to throw the first 4 slots, which is all that should be filled up from 1 kill, because every time it attacks, it will select these first 4 slots and try to dump them upwards. But since this is full, it doesn't really work. Eventually I'll have that be an ender chest as well, and then be hooked up with the other ender chests, and all get thrown into the sorting system. But you can see it's a pretty decent system, especially if you just sit here AFK. You don't have to do any work, and you get XP. I also need to move the enchant. Let's do that. Let's do that right now, because that always bugs me. I need to move my enchanting table up to there, because having to go out this little hole in the wall, kind of annoying. My inventory is completely full. Sandstone, not sandstone, and blaze powder I don't need. Of course, picked it all back. Oh, sweet, anvil. First try. It's the worst when you have to throw a bunch of stuff on the ground to try to get like the one other thing on the ground. It's like, go through 20 million items, still haven't gotten it. So how do I want to do this? I want it to be somewhat symmetrical at least. I could have like 2 enchanting stations, 1 on each side, because it's the right width for it. So let's do that, just for the sake of being symmetrical. I'll put the other one down later. I won't bore you with it. Making the bookshelves and doing all that. Okay. How do we have this? Do we just have this full? Guess so. Let's do that, and then anvil in the middle. Clunk. Such a great sound. I love that sound. It's so satisfying. Thought I had books in my inventory. Did I get rid of them? Guess I got rid of them. I can't test to see if anything can be enchanted. Unless I think Evilite stole all the books out of. Yep, sure did. This is our enchantments that we don't really want. Just so we have a lot of stuff. Repair 2 is really nice. We're probably gonna make a PvP game on the server with like different classes and using turtles and teleporters. I've thought it all out. I just need the resources, and I was considering cheating them in. But this is actually really cool because the Repair 2 uses the aura V stuff around you to repair the damage done to armor. Whoa, lag spike. So, like if you have diamond chestplate and you put it on there, it'll repair itself, which is awesome, especially for PvP games, because then you don't have to worry about, oh no, my armor is going to break. It's not actually my armor, I'm just using it for this PvP fight. What do I do? Who is in charge of repairing it, etc., etc.? You don't have to worry. It'll just repair itself. As long as you make sure that it's never going to break when you're using it, you have a few backups so that they can swap out between them. It's really cool. But we're going to do that on a different age. We actually have the age set up. I was like, all right, we can make a separate age for it. PvP first try. Or Thor is really bad at making ages for whatever reason. I gave him his 4 books that we were all assigned at the beginning, and every single one of those was horribly corrupt. You couldn't use any of them. And then I was like, alright, make another one. Make this one for PvP. So make it flat, make it like Eternal Dusk, because it just looks cool. Make it flatland, mushroom biome, so we don't have to deal with mobs. Just everything else is pretty much default. And he's like, alright, he did it exactly, and like there shouldn't have been anything that caused corruption, and he still got corruption. He actually got purple and red corruption. So he got double corruption on just a regular world. This one actually has starfishers, which is I thought would be a good feature for if you like somehow forget your linking books or something, you'll get teleported back to spawn, which is nice. I came here to do something, didn't I? I don't remember for the life of me what it was. Came here to do something. Was it break this block? I don't think it was. That's something I'll do. I was trying to make something, possibly, and I didn't have the required materials, but I thought they were here. Maybe. Maybe not. Maybe I'm just making stuff up. I also tried to use high energy pellet launchers to kill things, because on players what the mechanic is they get them down to half a heart but they won't kill them. Not the same for mobs. I was disappointed to see that, or hear that. No, really see that, because I didn't hear it. It just kills them, which is annoying. So I was just going to have a really, really easy just water funnel that funneled them into a 2 thing, and then shot high energy pellets at them, and then got them out, have a heart, and then just dealt with them that way. Unfortunately, it does not work, which was disheartening. What did I come here to do? Maybe just to come to show off. Maybe that was it. I doubt it. What do I have in my inventory? Clue me in. Nothing. Okay, we're getting to 56 minutes, 57 minutes now. What I think I'm gonna do as a last thing, why does that have the piston texture when I'm eating that? You guys see that? There was a piston texture going off. Let's sprint around a little bit. Like as I was eating the steak. Trusty made a nice little time thing. It's in-game time, I think. So it's 2:30 in the morning, in-game time. Every 12 minutes, is it? It's like daytime or nighttime or whatever. Or 10 minutes, and it actually updates with that. So, come on, get hungry. So I can see if that's the piston texture. So, Thor has made a castle. Actually, this arch was Evilite because Thor can't build for crap. I can if I really want to put time in it, but I didn't want to put that much time in it, which is why I have a big cube of rainbows. So deal with it. Actually, that took a lot of time to make all the worded stone. It was just grinding all those brains, because you needed 4 stacks, which is 8 brains per. So 8 brains. Well, 4 stacks for each color to get the 2 rows, because it's double except for the black at the top. But 4 stacks for 13 colors, and 8 brains each. It was a lot of brains that I had to go get from angry zombies. Am I hungry yet? Come on. Come on. Come on. Also, I'm gonna remove this grass and this mycelium and grass thing, even though it took so long to grow and I montage time-lapsed it. It's gonna be gone. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put worded glass all the way down. I'm gonna quarry out underneath me with turtles, so you can see like all the way down the bedrock. And there's going to be, whoops. Eventually, there's going to be golem farms from Thaumcraft, because I looked at those and those are cool. You have like little guys and they just go around and they harvest stuff for you and they plant stuff for you and then they go over and drop it, and then other ones pick it up and put it in your chest, and then it's so cool. They're so cute. I swear I'm not gay. The rainbows and calling things cute and liking cute things does not make me gay. Anyways, okay, let's see if we can get the piston texture again. It was like over here. Look at that. It's the sticky piston texture. Sticky pistons are the best food ever. Delicious. I wonder what Evilite's doing. I haven't checked up on his house in a while. He quote-unquote finished it a few days ago. It's not symmetrical, which really kind of bothers me because it makes me get lost way too easily. Like if everything was symmetrical, I'd be like, oh, well this side has a stair here, the other place will have a stair here. But that's not the case. Like one place has a stair one time and then the other side just doesn't. It's just like, but there was a stairway on the other one, how do I get back down? So it's like there, and then this one doesn't have a stairway there. Like, but how do I get down from here? I guess I don't, without going back in here. I think it's these rainbow rooms, which are fun. I'm probably gonna. It's kind of what inspired me to do the rainbows. I went bigger and better on the rainbows. See, my entire base is rainbows. Actually, probably on this side is going to be giant wall of monitors from the black line up. So the second rainbow will not be there on this side. It'll be a giant wall of monitors, and it'll have like scrolling text eventually. I'm not going to focus on that anytime soon, because it just even thinking about programming it is just already tedious. just not fun. What is he doing? Let's see if we can spy on him. Oh, I know where he is. He's in his assembly table room. I need an assembly table room because I'm like, oh, I need an assembly table. Do you have one set up? He's like, no, but I could. And he was using like one engine to do it. He looks like he's still using one engine. He has a lot of lasers though. I mean, it looks good. I'll eventually be doing this on a bigger scale. Probably actually in my lightning rod area, just because it's easier. I don't have to transport. No, I guess I probably should do it in my machine floor. Well, I guess I'll do it there. Yeah, he has lots of lasers, but they're all really, really underpowered. Like, this dark red is, like, the lowest power they can give out. The light red is slightly better. The max thing, I think, is all blue. If they're all blue, then it goes really fast. What is he making? Pulsating. What does pulsating use for? It's used for a variety of things, I remember. How many engines does he have? Oh, no, he actually has a lot of engines. They're just not very powerful, because he's just going off of regular solar panels, I think. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He has 7 electrical engines that are hooked up to like 4 advanced solar panels. He hasn't cleared this out, but he has cleared out other parts, like 2 blocks down. I can't get back up. He's in my way. There we go. Somewhere you can get down to a basement of his. Here? Maybe? Yeah, here it is. So he's cleared out this, but he obviously hasn't cleared out above it to get it right underneath his house. I don't know if we plan to do that. Dang it. Is this turtle all the way down there? Well, it got all the way down here, and it's bedrock. I don't get what his turtle is doing. His turtle is drunk. It was having a long day, you know? My turtle should probably actually be pretty close to done on my turtle world, and then I'm going to take it out of there and put it... I should centrifuge this while I'm at it. Take it out of my turtle age for now, and put it to work underneath my spawn plot. Let's see how it's doing. How you doing, buddy? You're at level 20. It's pretty good. I'm really proud of my server. It's been going strong the last like 3 days. It's like a new record since I've updated, because it was crashing a lot. Where'd it go? What are you doing up there? What the heck are you doing? Oh, you're going down to this spot. Okay. But yeah, it was crashing like every hour or so, every few hours, right after we updated. But now it's been going for like 3 days, so I'm happy with that. Which is nice, because then my turtle can just constantly go, and I don't have to tell him to restart every 5 seconds, which is why the chest is down there now, because he got down to like here, and then server crashed, and when the server crashes and comes back up, he doesn't resume, which is... it's annoying. Even though the chunks are loaded and he's set on his thing, it stops the progress, which is bothersome, which is probably why Evoid's basement looks so stupid, because he had his turtle start and stop like 20 million times, so it was crashing the few days that it was crashing. I didn't change anything to make it not crash, it just stopped, so who knows. Proud of myself not doing anything. Well, Well, past an hour. Woohoo! This is fun. Let's see how we make those iron tanks. Tank. So you need a lot of iron tank walls, then gauges and valves. The valves go on the bottom, or like the bottom 2 layers, and then the walls like the structure, and then the gauges like allow you to see into it, I think. So how do we make those? Iron plates, 4 iron, and a rolling machine. Wow, I haven't used my rolling machine in forever. Because I made the config not need it for mixed metal ingots. I've heard those are buggy in my pack right now. Oh, I have impregnated frames that I remember I got from the apiaries that these are from a village. Let's put those in here. So those are untreated frames. They're just come on, click. 8 sticks with a string in the middle, which is why I have all these sticks in there. But the impregnated frames, I think, make the amount of honeycombs you get faster. I saw the rolling machine in there for a second, and then I left. There it is. Let's go back down here. I probably shouldn't leave this running. Oh, it's building up heat in the thermionic fabricator. Okay, then. Let's just build up some liquid glass in case I ever need to make tubes. Wow, that's cool. That's quick. And this should just run fine without overheating. Beautiful. Right, iron. So let's just take 4 stacks. Don't have enough room. Throw out the arrow. Don't need the arrows. So, boom, 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 boom. Well, cool. Well, look at that. I wish it would stop trying to heat this up. Stop. Stop. Oh well. Because that also makes, yeah, this makes it all, you just need different things arranged in the crafting table. So I'm actually gonna cut recording after an hour and 7 minutes, and I'll be back when it's done, and we'll put those on the spawn plot, and then maybe do one more thing, and then we'll call it the end of our last everyday upload episode. So I'll be right back. Well, I'm back with at least 5 stacks of them done. I decided to actually make 6 stacks, because why the heck not? I really could use this to have more engines on it. I figured out how I'm going to do the on and off. I'm going to put the wire behind, which actually I'm probably going to move this into the wall. Hi, Squid. What are you doing, Squid? You don't belong here. This is not your environment. Get out. Ha. Yeah, anyway, put the wire behind here, and then you can run the red alloy wire above it. The only issue now is I need more, and I think I have some up here in this chest. Oh, electrical engines. Yes, I remember I had a bunch for my my assembly table, and I'm like, what did I do with those? I must have put them in a chest somewhere. Oh, pro. It's so annoying to do that. Oh, come on, engines. Just work with me, man. Work with me. Okay. And we got... Nope, that's not where you want it. Well, I guess it's not a terrible place for it. Lever. Haha! Success. Put this back down. I just didn't want it to go into the thermionic fabricator while I was trying to do the other stuff, so it'd go a little bit quicker. Now that we have 5, I think we'll be fine. Let's throw that in there. I also need to really get rid of these chests. I guess I didn't really say. There's gonna be general use chests, so machines in one chest and etc. Diamond chests along these walls. Not just single use barrels for blocks and minerals and ores and stuff. This can be like machines and I don't know, the other stuff I throw away into like these chests, like so various other types of blocks I don't have a lot of. So like stuff from the Twilight Forest, like the smoking block, fire jet, maze stone stuff. This is really just mostly useless crap. All my link books, stuff like that, basically. I'm gonna have different chests for like. Why did my thing not turn on? Whatever. But I'm gonna have different chests over there for the various things I use: machines, pipes, etc. Over here, maybe the other multi-block stuff. Probably gonna make the industrial grinder and the industrial sawmill and the other stupid multi-block greg tech stuff. Not that I don't like the challenge of having to make this stuff, it's just having to make space for it and build stuff around it. Like you have to make your entire room, or at least an entire section of a room, be entirely for one machine that could be a single block. Like, yeah, okay, so make us have to have all this steel to make this thing, but I don't want it to take up this much space. It's bothersome. Although you actually can, I learned, you can share casings, like, so if I wanted like 5 industrial blast furnaces, I could put them all around here and they would all share this same casing, which is kind of cool, but you really can't do it that much between machines. Come on, go. You can do it. You can do it. Oh yeah, these are being squeezed out fast. So what does the frozen comb get us? A honey trap? It didn't seem like it did anything. It was just from the last one. Same thing looks like. Unless there's like some other byproduct that's rare. Honey drop. Okay, we got those. Let's put those over here. Nope, not the right machine. Oh, snowball. Crystalline pollen. Don't need the snowball. I wonder what you do with the crystalline pollen. Can I check, please? Nope. Nope. Doesn't show up. Okay. Well, we'll have that if I ever figure out a use for it. It'll be in that chest, I guess. Let's do the other ones. Parch combs, I think, give you string, maybe? Or those? No, that's stringy comb, right? I don't know. Let's find out, shall we? Let's watch it. We can analyze a lot of bees now. We have lots of honey drops. Honey drops, if I'm not mistaken, can be squeezed into honey. And then the honey can be used for various other things. I might do that. Might set up a squeezer right above it, because it also requires MJs, so it'd be a good thing to have in my MJ section. Doesn't look like it gives you much, besides the beeswax and honey drops. What about mossy combs? Mossy. Should give me like vines or something. That'd be, you know, logical. It's out of sync. Well, at least the outer ones are in sync. In sync. It was a band at one point. Is another one gonna pop up randomly? It does before. No? Okay. Let's throw these in there. We are going to make some iron tanks. I think we're gonna start with 2 stacks of walls, and then we're gonna go back to spawn and we're gonna see how that looks. You can do a 9x9, and this is a 10 block in space, so it should be exactly 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So this plot is going to be full in terms of ground space, and this is going to be a massive tank of something. Who knows what. We're gonna get at least this tank done. Can't promise about the other ones. It takes a lot of stuff to make these things. Let me check the wiki again. So yes, it can be 9x9. It can be 4 to 8 blocks tall. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Fly. There we go. Whoa. Bit of lag. I think I might have gone one over that. Nope. These are gonna be so big. Oh my goodness. Oh, there goes one stack. Yeah, I'm gonna need a lot more. Just, even to make this one, I think I'm gonna need a lot more. Holy crap, man. No, I'll be fine on this one. Ha. Oh boy. This is going to be large. It's gonna hold a lot of liquid, that's for sure. Okay, let's go back. To make the gauges, we need glass panes, which I happen to have a lot of. No, chest. Well, at least have some of. We can make more too. Don't need those. Thanks. Let's make more. Don't have any room. Levers can go. There we go. So it's 4 stacks. Oh, we need 5. Okay. Well, rubber. You're temporarily over there. Gonna need more glass, aren't I? Nope. Perfect. Put it in the wrong spot. Boom. 4 stacks. Hopefully that's enough. Should be. Also gonna need some valves, but I guess I'll do that off camera. Right now we won't have any way to get liquids in and out. Haven't really decided how I want it to do. Herpaderp. I English good. Also really good at placing blocks, as you can tell. This is why I do a lot of stuff off camera, because I just embarrass myself when I'm on camera. Okay, so that took about 40 blocks, so we should be fine for this tank, but just barely. So that was 8 stacks of iron I used. Well, no, don't replace. I don't like inventory tweaks for that reason. It tries to replace it with the wrong things half the time. Or like, I have like two levers in my inventory, or I had. I don't know where they went. I guess they're back on the ground, back in my base. But I have two levers, and I just want to place one. That's all I want to place, and then I don't want to have to deal with it in my hotbar, because lever is not something I'm going to need very often. What do? I put one in my hotbar to place the one lever down, and of course, it freaking replaces it. And it's so annoying. It's so handy for building things out of the same exact material if you don't have any derivatives of that material on you. Otherwise, it sucks. They need to make it better at as I choke on my own spit. They need to make it better at recognizing what blocks you're actually using, because an iron tank gauge and an iron tank wall are pretty clearly different things. They have different damage values, so give me the same damage value before you try to do the same ID. It just bugs me, because like I don't want to start placing down walls in the middle of these gauges. That's not how you make a tank. This should work anyways. I completely neglected the fact that there's a top and a bottom to this. So hopefully we'll have enough. Should just barely. You can actually make these tanks a lot smaller. You doesn't see? It's not how you make this. Well, actually you might have been able to make it like that. Now we only have one more. One more stack. So I might tone these down a little bit. 7x7 is the normal thing that most people do, I think. So let's use out the remaining of these, and then we'll use walls, because I think you can use walls. You just want people to click on it and check. Trying to make this like a design. Oh, not enough. Oh well. Haha! So this is one gigantic iron tank that can hold 10,000 millibuckets, I think? Or 10 million. That's not 10,000. Wow. I cannot talk or do anything today. Yeah, I think it's millibuckets. So 10 million millibuckets. And obviously every bucket is 1,000. That mycelium looks really weird when you cover it up with a tank. It looks like black. But I'm going to have one of these on each corner, and they're going to be fantastic. And one of them's going to be probably biomass, oil, milk, and lava. Because those are the 4 things I can pretty feasibly and easily make, and even might actually have a use for eventually. They nerfed milk and biomass engines a lot. They now drain lava constantly, whereas normally it just uses the lava to start warming up, and once they're running, then they don't need any more lava until they stop or whatever. But now it's like you need to constantly feed them with lava. But of course, if I am making lava as well, with magma crucibles and such, shouldn't be an issue. So it'll be in the 4 corners. I don't know what I'm going to do in the middle. I guess the middle will just kind of be, you can look down to the things below. Like I said, there's going to be the Thaumcraft golems, and they'll be their automated farms, and it'll look cool, hopefully. I think that's going to be it. I know I said it, we might do something else, but we're not, so deal with it. I need to make this symmetrical or something. Boom. To get these out of here, it won't work. You cannot trap yourself in a tank. It won't form around you, which is kind of sad. That'd be a fun little thing, like, help me, I'm trapped in a tank. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this extra long episode, as our goodbye to everyday, really, whatever, you suicided yourself, as our goodbye to everyday uploads, but we'll still have episodes, don't worry, it's not like it's ending completely. It's still going to be probably the main thing I play, and so I just need to get Sunburn Islands out of the way, and I also just need to have more time for other stuff in my life, so that's why I'm doing it. So I apologize to all like 3 subscribers I have right now. I guess you won't see any change of videos per day, but I'm assuming that the Feed the Beast is more exciting than other things, because it's a more exciting game for me anyways. But anyways, hope you enjoyed. I will see you next time. Thanks for watching, and have a good day.